Whenever there is a possibility, you totally relax. Like these guys who are like, I always give this example, the SEALs, elite warriors. They constantly chill out, constantly. Because time will come, they will not be able to sleep. They will not be able to do this, It's like they're like this kind of, napping, resting, relaxing, And it is known in the program, in the training, those who have this capacity can go through. Those who don't, cannot. Doesn't matter how powerful they are. Because their psychology breaks down from sheer pressure. And in life, when we learn that principle, we need to be able to relax instantaneously whenever the moment presents. And that's what the beauty of unfoldment that you are now amidst of.
My question is about how to navigate this intense, fiery Kundalini phase where I'm in right now. Since last immersion in Poland, something triggered inside me, and I began feeling the energy in a very intense way in my body. It expresses mostly as pleasure, like pleasure, waves of pleasure through my arms, chest, everywhere. It's very pleasant. Sometimes I have pain, episodes of pain. Most specifically, it's like I feel like a ball of energy begins to ascend from the stomach until to my throat, and it's the pain is very, very intense, and it has a pattern. It happens usually at around 3 a.m. in the morning, and it happened for I don't know, more or less 5 times until now, from Poland until now, and I'm hearing thunderstorms and the sound of conch shells, amongst other experiences. Along with this, my life became a hell. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. But the good part is that a new Angela is appearing. I didn't realize that I had changed so much, and I'm dealing with. It's like I don't even have time to breathe during my days. I wake up early in the morning and I go to work, and it's like I'm in a war. I have to solve so many situations and deal with so many things every day. But one thing is amazing me is that even though I'm amidst the chaos, I still feel this blissful energy running through my veins. And before, I had so many doubts and fears of I don't know which decision to make. And now it's like I only have. It seems like I am in a war. Like there's only one option. Okay, it's this. I have to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. But the Angela from 2 months ago wouldn't be able to do any of this. So I'm in the worst phase of my life, most challenging one, but at the same time, I'm witnessing this with delight. I know that this hasn't stopped. Perhaps it's just beginning. And what I also feel is that I'm consuming my body. I don't have time to do my sadhana properly anymore. Either I sleep or I meditate. I'm meditating only once a day, but there are days that it's impossible. I don't have time even to meditate. I try to eat the best way I can, but sometimes I skip meals because I don't have time to eat. So my question is, and I know that perhaps this is just beginning, because I can see that there are plenty of things to do, things that I didn't do in the past, and now I have to do it. So my question is, for now, I'm feeling strong. Well, once I arrived here, I collapsed completely, but I realized that this was perhaps the accumulation of stress, and once I arrived, I collapsed completely. But my question is how to navigate, where to place my attention. Should I place it in the world and face the challenges with I must? I feel like I must. But how to be present in both sides of my life, the spiritual one and the physical one.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to go into the scoring what, right? What outweighs what, right? But maybe we can skip that part. Maybe we can skip the part what's prevailing what, right? What is good,
okay,
and what is hellish, what is right. So it's a classic dilemma, and how to balance this act. And I just want you to know that you will balance it perfectly. Okay? So there are indications usually when to worry and when not to worry. See, when reason for concerns. I will be just very frank and directing this at you because it's a very personal question. How to balance this in the given set of circumstances you find yourself. With the rapid nature of the process of how you came into this work, right, and how it took off, then I don't see any reason to really worry about what you are faced with. Of course, is a rather culmination of everything that falls in together. Because in retrospect, of course, you would be able to look back and see, I can see why it had to be all at the very same time. Everything, right? Even the arrival of Chloe at the very same time, everything is just and reevaluating where you are with your, let's say, role in the business, in your livelihood, in your family life, right? All these aspects are not separate. All this is absolutely interconnected. And the genuine awakenings, right, if we are to speak about genuine transformation of consciousness, are always and in all ways are accompanied by, at times, fundamental changes of how we lived life, how we have been conducting our affairs. In fact, one is even tempted to say, if it is not accompanied by these changes, means it's not really a transformation. It's just a refurbishing. It's just, redecorating the walls, changing the wallpaper. When something truly begins to realign in our life, in our lives, and it is accompanied by a tremendous culmination of certain aspects that need to really be lived from a different place. How and what? It will all sort itself out in a way that is in conjunction with your own process. And in your case, I'm not concerned that you're going to be derailed or somehow. You have your feet on the ground, you have a good teacher, okay, you have a good setting, you have a beautiful relationship, you have a beautiful family, right? You're good, there's nothing to worry about, okay? Absolutely nothing to worry about. And what you describe in all this, the experiences you're having, right? This is just, it's beautiful, see? It's absolutely beautiful. And this very, very unfolding beauty is going to present you with tremendous opportunities, and you would be in fact placed in a position of some really choices to make, because you will be spoiled with them. I'm saying this not like dangling the carrot here. No, this is what it is. This. When awakening happening like this, then it is always, there is this magnanimity. You see? Very often, of course, those of us who do not recognize or somehow in danger of following with the patterns, or somehow not really grounded in their lives, often take this for granted. But one thing is that true transformation of consciousness comes with plenty of gifts. Okay? It's not at all. When people come to me from all walks of life over many years with difficult stories, is because they had very, very difficult kind of, the awakenings were. This is why I said before, when people come with no background, as in your case, in terms of years of searching, seeking something, it's much, much easier to navigate this, because you're not dealing with too many mental projections where you have to, is that true or not? It's like there is almost I don't want to say purity versus naivety, but innocence here, you see? Innocence here is something which we cannot master. It's either there or not. And you have that very clearly. You see? That you don't know what to expect. You don't know how is it going to unfold. And that's innocence. That's the beauty. See? So that's first. This experience is at night, not ball of something, right, coming up from the tummy, right, from solar plexus, and pushing up, right, and creating unpleasant sensations, right? It's inevitable, that's what this now really where the pressure is, okay? So it might be accompanied by certain releases, right? Certain openings where this, encountering certain knots associated with. But once it enters the heart, this is it. This will be, you'll goodbye that phase. And it's not far. So just be equipped with that courage, okay? And you sat in front of me like that, at that time, and you presented this and you presented that. And it is true, Angela here now and Angela that came, not the same Angela, right? So this is a beautiful process. This is beautiful to behold. And if my words have meaning, take everything I say at its face value. You see? So me saying this with certainty should reverberate through your being and fill you in with certainty. See? If I had any iota for something that we would have maybe paced ourselves differently. Okay? You're doing also an extraordinary act in the way you are situated. It's like you're doing it all at once, right? With man by your side on the path, with the beautiful child coming, right? It's all at the same time, you see? With the changes that are coming, with some evaluations, some transformation, with some, where your life will be lived from a place of creativity, not from a place of like some kind of carrying some kind of cross of tedious affair, of this and that. Of course it is challenging. Of course it is not walking through the park. And you do need to take care of yourself. It's your job. You are mother, right? So you need to take care of yourself. You need to make sure you are taken care of. So that wherever there will be these more transitory phases where you would be faced with, let's say, just what this whole process is inseparable from, right? You need to lean on something, but you have a robust physiology, you have a strong physiology, okay? So don't take that for granted. Maintain that, making sure you know how to bring balance anytime, how to maintain balance, okay? So the rest will be accompanied by tremendous insight, tremendous inner guidance. See? These decisions that you're making, as you said, Angela 2 months ago wouldn't have been able to make these decisions. This is a signature. And it's not at the expense of like, right? No, as you have said, that's need to be done, and job is get done. See? So that life becomes prasad. What is prasad? Exactly. It's a prasad. It's that what is offered, and then we partake in that offering. So the subtler dimension of prasad is whatever activity we do, there has to be left that what is prasad, that what is pure offering, enjoyment. See? So like we can't live life at the level of exhaustion, at the level of pushing, pulling, pull me, push me, all the time, trying. There has to be this, what comes under that quality. See? So like, that's what the prasad here represents. So the portion of our activity, right, in whatever field of enterprise, whatever we do, in any field, there has to be somehow, whatever we do, include enjoyment of that. See? Because otherwise, it doesn't matter how much we have, It doesn't matter how loaded we are with stuff. If we don't have that, life is a constant pangs, thirst, unquenched thirst. Because people forget in that whole running for acquiring, there's no space for that prasad, for that offering. The smart ones learn that. They understand that they have to be that. So, nothing to worry about. Just whatever else you need guidance, whatever else you obviously, always ask for that guidance, ask for reassurance. So, and just a word of simple advice is, as you're experiencing these waves, in a way, trusting this will fill you in with understanding that all the worry is unfound. That is, there's no need to really worry. You will be faced with challenges and you will overcome them, each at the moment. So why to worry about it? Why to worry in advance? See? Whenever there is a possibility, you totally relax. Like these guys who are like, I always give this example, the SEALs, elite warriors. They constantly chill out, constantly. Because time will come, they will not be able to sleep. They will not be able to do this, It's like they're like this kind of, napping, resting, relaxing, And it is known in the program, in the training, those who have this capacity can go through. Those who don't, cannot. Doesn't matter how powerful they are. Because their psychology breaks down from sheer pressure. And in life, when we learn that principle, we need to be able to relax instantaneously whenever the moment presents. And that's what the beauty of unfoldment that you are now amidst of. Because that's what it does. See? So, learn to trust this. The more you trust that, the more it reflects back that, the more it opens up the space, the less there's contraction. And the more it opens up, the more it invites this, what otherwise constantly concealed, constantly shrouded, and we feel in this living in pangs of insecurities, and we feel how we're going to square it all. It's quicksilver. It's so fluid. It's so. Unless we do, it's like people ask me. It's classic. Many years ago, someone like. I want to surrender, but can you give me reassurance that I'll be okay? I want to surrender, but I want to have reassurance that I will be able to make a living. I want to be able to, meet ends. I want to surrender, but I need reassurance. Well, you see, it's like you can't have first, okay, everything will be sorted. Now surrender, okay? Or now, okay, everything is like, okay, bank account is thick, this is that, all sorted, now I can surrender. It doesn't work like that. So, and this particular immersion will help you tremendously. Tremendously with this, it will help everyone, absolutely, everyone in the room. But it goes to say that this additional points touched that will make this much easier, because I somehow suspect, not just for you, but for the majority in the room, this would coincide with being able to make decisions at a qualitatively different level. And it will truly, truly empower that what is required when we need to make decisions, so that the decisions are empowered from within. Our actions are rooted in mental activity, and our mental activity is rooted in being. This is the way it proceeds. So if our mental activity is not steeped in being enough, of course it's much weaker. It's much more scattered. It always feels as if we burdened with Sisyphean efforts, pushing, like really feels life becomes burden. So, and one more, like a little, just like a word of wisdom. This is just simple word of wisdom. Whenever you're faced with some challenging situation that needs to be faced, apply time machine, as if you're already seeing that situation from the POV of future. You already done it. See? In other words, instead of having this like pangs of, I need to deal with that, it's already done. In your predisposition, you see? This is how fights are won. You know, the battle, you know, even the boxers were beefy big guys, it's just like bulldozing each other, like, you know. No, boxing is a very, very intellectual sport. People don't understand that. I did boxing in my youth, you know, because my younger brother of my mentor was a boxer, professional boxer. So, of course, I had this love for boxing, and, of course, Muhammad Ali came to Uzbekistan, to Tashkent, you know. He, like, put ablaze streets of kids, you know, and we had a strong school as well in Tashkent, very strong school of Soviet boxing. I'm not derailing, hopefully, just sharing some stuff. If you are into boxing, or if you are not, there are different schools. See, there are different schools of boxing, and they're more or less known, like they kind of, and Soviet boxing is known today. Soviet boxing, just like Cuban boxing, you see, because it has unique thing. Soviet boxing is unique because it has this movement which is known as Chelnok. Chelnok is this thing in a sewing machine that goes like this. Who knows? Who speaks Russian here? No, nobody other than me. Chelnok. It's like footwork, forward, backward, you know? It's very, very... So anyway, these battles are won before. Okay, you're not doing boxing. What would be applicable to you, right? In business enterprise, see? It should be like that as well. So whenever challenges, and this is simple, like really that wise grandma wisdom. When we are faced with challenges, right, some of them may feel insurmountable, view the situation from the POV as consciousness that you're already done with it. It's already in the past, you've done it. You see? The rest is only semantics, logistics, just going and doing it. In everything that we do, absolutely everything, the only tension comes from the psychological predisposition. Nothing else. Nothing. So this is applying, this also approaches, consciousness-based approaches. Okay? So rise to the occasion, rise as you are, and in your full glory, in your full light, and do not worry. Okay? Let the worries aside, let them fall aside.